Homeless people are among the most marginalised in our society. On any one night, there are up to 100,000 men, women and children without fixed accommodation, and some are sleeping at rough. Many suffer from issues of mental illness and substance abuse. Within the current system, up to 700 Australians a day are turned away from homeless services because of a lack of resources. Queensland has the second highest rate of homelessness in Australia, and the numbers are not going down.
In the Greater Brisbane area, there's up to 5,000 people who find themselves without somewhere to call home each night. 350 of those 5,000 sleep rough, under the bridges, park benches, in the streets. The options are really slim and terrible, and people find themselves sort of spiralling downwards in a cycle where they find themselves ultimately on the street.
Chronically homeless people have been homeless for a number of years, and they're getting older, and they can no longer compete for their own public space when they're on the streets, and it becomes dangerous.
A lot of people have been on the streets for years. You know, they've got nowhere to go. No one will have a bar of them, help them out. Once you are homeless, it is very hard to get off the streets.
With the Roma House project, Mission Australia aims to break this trend. Developed in partnership with the Queensland Government, it will move beyond traditional services to provide a unique, holistic support service that will help Brisbane's homeless to get their lives back on track.
The Lady Bowen complex, of which Roma House is a part, was identified by the Minister for Public Works and Housing as a possible venue to deal with the homelessness issues which were emerging in inner city Brisbane.
Mission Australia was chosen through a competitive tender process, and Mission Australia understood the concept, and also there was a track record in being able to deliver services successfully to the client group that we are wanting to assist through the Roma House model.
At Roma House, Mission Australia will create a breakthrough in homeless services. It's a modern, sophisticated facility, accommodating 39 residents for up to 3 months. The service will provide a 24-hour support base within an accommodation setting.
It's unique in the sense that it's working with women and men as well as children, and that's quite unique for a service focused on homelessness, but it really captures what homelessness is about, that it affects all of those groups.
The people who will be assisted through the Roma House model are people who typically have very complex needs and require an integrated case management approach.
The Department of Housing and the Department of Communities work together on the service model and work together on the design of the building to try and bring the service model and the building together in a way that could meet the needs of the client group.
The service will provide individual case management, rehabilitation, access to employment and training programs and healthcare, with intensive one-on-one support tailored to meet the individual's goals.
What we're talking about is people who go into the too hard basket, but I think those are the most vulnerable people, and those are the people that need creativity and intervention, and those are the people who really need to have a fair go.
We'd like to see Roma House and Mission Australia make a lasting difference for those who are experiencing primary homelessness, and that's the key objective in this project from our point of view.
In Brisbane, over 30% of chronically homeless people are of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander descent. At Roma House, the Mission Australia team have taken special care to consult community elders on how best to cater for these people.
The Indigenous community has opened their hearts and minds up to what we're trying to achieve, and are really passionate about assisting us to do that.
Local business and residents will play a major part in the success of the Mission Australia service at Roma House. They were invited to an informal discussion night on the project. During this meeting, Friends of Roma House was created as a forum for the community to voice their views and identify potential areas of future participation.
Getting it right is getting it right for the residents first, because if we don't get it right for the residents, there won't be a project.
Mission Australia believes that everyone should have the opportunity to access safe and secure accommodation. At Roma House, Mission Australia will provide an essential service for those who, because of their complex needs, have been rejected from other services. Its staff provide industry-leading support and are passionately committed to helping Brisbane's most disadvantaged to reach their potential and ultimately change their lives.
for everybody who walks through the doors of Roma House, we're wiping the slate clean, regardless of their history with other services or their own personal experiences. This is their chance for a fresh start.
Whilst it will be challenging, there is vast opportunity for success. Mission Australia is excited to be managing this project, and we're confident that any obstacles can be overcome.
Will there be some of that help thrown back in our face from some of these clients? Yes. Will it be difficult? Yes. Does that mean we won't try? Absolutely not.
I love being involved in projects that are going to change communities. This could become Mission's icon service. It's never been done before here in Queensland, and we'll do it. We will do it.
Mission Australia has over 140 years' experience in helping Australia's most disadvantaged individuals and communities, and are committed to providing the highest standard of service and support. Our service at Roma House will be no different.